I remember a while ago when my brother first started showing signs of Alzheimer's. I went onto Google and tried to look for a domiciliary care company for him so that he could get direct payments and be taken care of. I called the care company, no answer, just a bleep. Found out, looked up the name of the company, and they'd closed down. So phoned up another care company in the area. They didn't answer, but eventually I got through to them. That care company started to take care of my brother. Anyway, what this taught me about care companies are that care companies do close down. About 10% of care companies will close down over a 5-year period. And part of the reason for this is that most people who open care companies, whether it's domiciliary care or care homes or whatever it might be, they tend to be people who are not, especially domiciliary care companies, they tend to be non-business people. They're people who've worked for the NHS, that might be you, an ex-nurse or someone who's worked in a care home themselves or worked in domiciliary care but want to open their own company. They don't have the expertise in business that they need. And part of this business expertise is doing marketing. Now I know to get CQC registration, you need to do your business plan. And what happens is a lot of people just get their business plan done by someone else. And it's only there for CQC to see. It's never going to be really used as a method of expanding the business and making sure it works. What I'm going to do today is go through some of the methods of keeping your business going and scaling your business, making it a bit bigger. I can imagine most of you are thinking, well, I've already got a source of new customers. It's called word of mouth. And that is true, but word of mouth doesn't last forever. Your old contacts in the NHS or in social services, they'll disappear as well eventually. And although word of mouth is good, it's not going to help you to really expand and grow your business, to help other people and to make money for yourself. So let's have a look at the options that we've got. One of your options for getting new customers in, of course, is your registration. You're registered with CQC and they put you on their website. And when someone puts their postcode in and searches for a care company in their local area, they will find you. Yeah, that's useful, but there's a hell of a lot of care companies around. So you're going to have to think of some other ways of marketing. So, methods of marketing that are available. I think you'll know quite a bit about your webpage. I'm sure you've all got a webpage, but is it doing work for you? You may also advertise on social media. You'll need to think about local SEO. I'll explain more about that later. So of course you've got CQC who do advertising for you on their website. They've got your name, your website and your email address, your phone number. And people who are searching for some sort of care for their family member or themselves will just phone you or contact you through their website. But what methods can you use yourself? Well, you've got your web page, you've got social media, you can pay to advertise on things like Google. You can also use a blog. Let's look at how you can get clients in using your website. So, you've all got a website, I'm sure, but does it help you to get new customers? Your website needs to have a clear call to action. So somewhere there should be a button that they can click on, the visitor can click on, that says contact us now. If you've got your phone number on your website or your email on your website, you should make it clickable. So potential clients should be able to click on your phone number or your email and contact you directly. You've got to remember that most people now are using their mobile phones when they search for things on the net. So they'll be able to click on your phone number and phone you directly. And that's a must. You must make your phone number clickable. Also, you should have some type of contact form where they give their name and their phone number and contact details like an email, and they put in something about why they want to contact you. These are musts on your website. If you haven't done so already, you need to get your website looked at and updated so that it helps you in your business. It is not just there as a catalogue. Catalogues are useful, but they won't help you make profits. A blog is a good way to give people helpful information. So you could have, for example, a blog on Alzheimer's. When people click on your blog and read it, they'll get information, useful information that will help them to take care of their family member. If they see this information, they may think, the person who's put this blog up has really good insight. Maybe they can help me. And through them reading your blog, which will have your phone number at the bottom and at the top, you might be able to get them in as a customer. Make sure your blog is always relevant and gives a really good insight in something to do with care. It could be, you could describe the new wheelchairs that are on offer at different companies, or how to deal with blind people over the age of 70 who have not learned how to use a stick. How would you help them? Something like that. Give them something really deep and interesting. And a blog, I would say, somewhere between 500 and 1,500 words. A blog can be either set up separately from your website or as part of your website. Whatever happens, your blog should have some way of connecting back to your company, so there should be a phone number on it that they can call if they want more information, or it should take them back to the website. Going back to your website now. On your website, you will need to, you can build the most beautiful website in the world, but if no one sees it, it's no good. It's no use to anyone. So what you'll need to do for your website is to get it noticed. And we do this by using what's called search engine optimization. So this will involve putting in keywords. So you might put in domiciliary care, Alzheimer's, these keywords need to be on your website or on your blog. Also, as well as keywords, you'll need to have a thing called backlinks. So you'll need to connect your site to other sites. Hopefully, the best results are got by another site connecting to your web page. And CQC do this. And if you work with the local councils, the local council will have your website on some sort of listing on their web page. These are two magnificent backlinks, so make sure you've got those backlinks. Any other care companies that you work together with, or any companies that you work with, add a backlink. Try to get a backlink. So just ask them, please, could you connect your website with mine? You can just send an email to them and ask them. You say yes or no, but that gives you backlinks give you authority, because if another site is sending people to your site, there's a reason for it. That means your site is good, you're doing something useful. And if a really big company or someone with authority like the NHS or CQC give you a backlink, absolutely brilliant. So make sure you get that in place, that search engine optimization, sometimes called SEO. Whoever's doing your web page will know about this. Maybe you'll want to speak to them and get them to review your website. You can use organic methods. So like using keywords, good keywords and backlinks. But the problem is they take quite a while to get working. So you're really thinking about 3 months before you see the effects of SEO. On the other hand, you have PPC, which is pay per click. So you can, for example, put advertising on Google. You'll pay for this and you'll hopefully see the results straight away. You still need to have some good backlinks and you need to use the right keywords on your website. There's a complicated method of paying how much you pay. So the more authoritative your website is, the less you'll have to pay per click. So you pay when a person clicks, for example, 10 pence per click. If you get 1,000 of those, you'll have to pay them 100. The normal way is to set a budget of maybe 500 per month. And finally, we've got one of the most useful ways of advertising is what's called local SEO. And this is the thing, when you put in the name of your company, you'll probably, especially if you're using Chrome, you'll see Google will have your name. Hopefully you've put up a picture of your company and they'll have the address, the phone number and what you do and star ratings, and people have given feedback and given reasons why they like you or don't like you. And this is called local SEO. And it's one of the best ways to get customers in, because they may be searching, for example, on Google, they'll type in domiciliary care or something like that, or care homes in my area. They'll put their postcode in and they'll find you automatically through Google. So make sure you're sort of optimizing this, your Google profile. If you've got a particular takeaway from what I've said today, or have a particular question, please comment below. I look forward to seeing you next time for more useful information for managers and leaders in care.